Welcome to Seven Rivers Sports. I'm your host, Terry Erickson. Each week, an inside look into sports, wellness, and into fitness, and an opportunity to share some good news and some invite you to meet some special people. Like today, the spotlight this entire week is on Bangor High School with a pair of seniors, Hank Reeder and Zane Langrehr. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Bangor Cardinals off to a great start. 8-2, only 2 losses to Blair Taylor and Wittenberg Burnawood in a non-conference game, and set tonight as we tape the show here on Martin Luther King Day on January 18th. Off to a great start, but a big game tonight at home, so I'm looking forward to that one. Well, when I watched the game, we broadcast here on KQEG your game against Somerset. I thought the Bangor team epitomizes maybe more than any other team the true meaning of a team, because guess what happened? Hank Reeder, limited playing time due to an injury, and a guy comes off the bench, a sophomore, comes off the bench, Dustin McDonald, to lead the Bangor team in scoring. Nobody would have predicted that, but wouldn't you say that that was a consummate team effort, Zane?
Yes. Coach always preaches it's a team game at practice, and me and Hank and all the seniors who have full confidence in anyone on our bench, and we know anybody can come off and give us good minutes, and you know, we have all the confidence in the world for Dustin too. So
it just reinforces, a sophomore by the way, it reinforces the fact that you never know when your opportunity is going to come. You're sitting on the bench, all of a sudden your name gets hollered out. You're a sophomore. It's like, I'm at the lacrosse center, nervous as heck, maybe tired from the night before because you played on Friday night, and then your name gets called and you're out on the floor and you lead the team in scoring. Like, unbelievable. Now, a lot of viewers maybe don't know this, but the heart and soul of that Bangor team is no doubt Hank Reeder, and you were injured. You didn't play on Friday night, and there was speculation whether you'd even play on Saturday. But guess what happens? When they needed you in spurts, you were there. Talk about that.
You know, I had to have a conversation with my parents that they didn't want me to play. They wanted me to rest and, you know, be 100. Don't want me to re-injured or anything. And I said it's a different experience not a lot of kids get to have, you know, playing in the lacrosse center and stuff. And you know, and I knew I needed to be there for my team, you know, if they needed me. And you know, I had a conversation with Coach, and I said, you know, just limited minutes is all I want. And he said, yeah, we can do that. And so I knew they were a very good team, and so coming off the bench, giving little spurts and minutes and stuff was going to help the team in any way.
You know, your gait did not really display a bad ankle. I mean, you obviously played through some injury, and it must have been a little bit of a pain, but you seemed like you were, you know, 80, 90%.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I felt good, you know, coming in. My ankle was stiff and stuff, but, you know, I just tried to play through it and play my hardest as always.
Well, and it made a big difference, certainly. The strength of the wolf is in the pack, one of my favorite sayings, and that really certainly characterizes what Bangor is all about. Well, as we tape the show again today, this is Martin Luther King Day, more than a holiday, a day to celebrate diversity, a day of acceptance. Certainly Martin Luther King stood for courage and doing the right things and values and things that apply also in sports. For example, he talked about courage. And one of the virtues in Steve Kerr's book that I'm reading now, Win the Day, talks about being courageous as a person, as a student, as an individual, and as an athlete. Courage meaning how you handle adversity, making the right decisions, being a leader, you being a captain. How does that courage enter into how you play the game, Hank?
You know, just trying to come out and lead my team, you know, being, you know, playing varsity for 4 years now, and, you know, just trying to come out and lead guys in the right direction, you know, keep everybody positive and stuff. If somebody's, you know, makes a bad play, pick their head up for them. You know, if somebody misses a shot, they'll get it next time, you know. Or if, you know, if I'm having an off game, scoring, you know, trying to do what I can, you know, defensively or rebounding or anything I can, you know, to keep the team rolling.
You know, Martin Luther King also talked about dignity and serving others, and he displayed that in his life, of course. And again, another value you practice as an athlete, serving others. I like the kind of athlete that makes other players better by being out on the court. Not necessarily into himself in terms of scoring all the points and being in the spotlight, but good players make other players better just by being on the court. How do you do that, Zane?
Really just getting everybody involved. To be a leader, you have to listen to others' opinions as well. So if I'm not seeing something out on the floor, I'm always taking opinions from my other teammates as well. And if you can work as a team, that's a beautiful thing about basketball too. It translates to outside life as well. So if you can work and become a team with anybody outside, and in your, like, say you get a new job, it's going to be even easier to get along with people.
Yeah, speaking of getting along with people, displaying dignity. In other words, win with humility and lose with grace. And it just seems like when Bangor wins, and you do that in every sport, I don't see a lot of showcasing. I see that level of humility and appreciation for opponents. Winning with humility, losing with grace, because you lost 2 already this year, and you'll maybe lose some more, and life is going to be a series of wins and losses. And is that a value, a core value that Bangor uses in their athletics, Hank?
Yeah, I think that, we've had a lot of good programs over the years, and, we have a very good record right now of 50-plus conference wins in a row, I think it is, around there. And Bangor's a good program every sport, and I think that it means a lot when we can go out, and win teams, beat teams, but during football, I remember Coach Mullenberg talking to us about, we knocked somebody down, and we're right there to pick them back up. And we're never in people's face or anything, we just want to keep playing, play hard and have fun.
Again, Hank Reeder, Zane Langrehr, my guest this week, and what you said about helping people up, what you said about appreciating other people's efforts is what, now a lot of our viewers maybe have not seen Bangor teams play, but I have through the years, and I would absolutely agree with that. Well, we're a couple days away, again, as we tape the show on January 18th, we're a couple days away from inauguration. There's kind of a lot of unrest, divisiveness in this country. Before long, the decisions in this country will be made by people like you. What do you make of what's going on, and how would you like to see this country change, Zane?
So 2020 was obviously a rough year, and it showed how tough people can be. If we all can get through this, I feel like telling our kids that in the future, it'll show a sign of strength. But I think most importantly, like this year is, and for future years, is we need to unite. We can't be so diverse. And just like the teamwork thing, if we can all learn to work together, the world would be a better place.
What's the greatest value you have learned in all your years of playing that would assist in what Zane is saying and how you want to change the world, Hank?
I think that, could you repeat that?
How would you change the world in terms of some of the things that Zane said about, the way you treat people, or some of the values you've learned from sports, and take that to your leadership kind of capabilities and your potential for leadership as you grow older?
I think people just need to come together. We can't be like diverse and go against each other. Everybody needs to be one as a whole and stuff, and that'll make the world a better place.
Yeah. Well, athletes are on a platform. To much that's given, much is expected. That's a quote used oftentimes. You walk around in Bangor, and I say, there's Hank Reeder. Young kids around in elementary school, middle school, there's Zane Langrehr. Oh, my goodness. So you are on a platform because you've been given a lot, both academically and athletically. And do you think about that when you're on the court, when you're in school, when you're in the community? Realize that you are on that platform. Zane, do you?
Yes, it's the best feeling in the world when you have little ones run up to you and they're like, can't wait to watch you play tonight. And especially last year, like 2020, when there's no fans at the games, that's a big difference, because after a basket, just seeing all the kids in the crowd just freak out is like one of the best feelings. And just knowing you're a role model for them, it means something special, because I know when I was their age, I was looking up to seniors as well. So.
And Hank, just watching you perform, being a referee, watching you out there on the floor, how you show appreciation to officials and your coach. You're a coachable kind of a kid, and that's what makes you unique too. But you know, a lot of people, just like your two older brothers, they set the standard.
You know, I think I always look up to my brothers. I always have. You know, always ask them, what can I do better? How can I be a better person? How can I be a better athlete? You know, better leader and stuff. And you know, I think those two really set the bar high for me. You know, coming up. But you know, I always look up to them and ask their opinions and stuff, and ask them for help if I ever need it.
And of course, younger brother Will on the team with you. How's the dynamics of older brother, younger brother?
You know, I feel like I get on him a lot. I get on him the most of anybody, you know, and I try to hold everybody to a high standard, you know, on the team, you know, being a leader. But I think holding Will accountable for mistakes that he makes, or if he makes a good play, you know, I'm on him, you know, good job, go make another good play. And
so how's he handle when you're kind of getting on him a little bit and trying to raise his game?
You know, he appreciates it. He knows, you know, what kind of player I am, you know, what kind of leader I am and stuff. He knows I never want to see him do bad. I always want to see him improve, get better, you know, do well in everything that he does. And so he appreciates it when I get on him. And he always tells me after the game, hey, thanks for getting on me, you know, for that little dumb thing I did or something. So he appreciates when I get on him. I point out the bad things more than I do the good things. But I also, you know, I also get on him when he does good, and he does a lot of good.
More here on 7 River Sports.
With our busy lives, it's a comfort to know that we can still remember loved ones in a traditional way with a monument. Lewiston Monuments in Lewiston, Minnesota has been helping families purchase a monument for over 4 generations. You'll find a large selection of beautiful granite, marble, and bronze monuments, all at competitive prices. And they're a full-service company, so they also do straightening, cleaning, and repair of monuments. Stop in or call for a no-obligation consultation, or visit lewistonmonument.com for more information.
You know, the thing I'm most proud of when I think about our company is the reputation that we've been able to build in this community. Our technicians have done a great job going out and performing magnificent jobs for the customer. And our customers have rewarded us with some really great reviews online.
We have over 150 5-star reviews online right now. Our technicians do a great job out there, and our reviews show it.
We can say without hesitation, when you choose Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to 7 River Sports. This is Bangor High School basketball week here on 7 River Sports, and Hank Reeder, Zane Langrehr guests this week. Well, I talked about earlier on, I'm reading a book by Steve Kerr, Coach Steve Kerr, talking about winning the day. One of the things he talked about was being authentic and being comfortable in your own skin. I've met the enemy and the enemy is me, or I've met the enemy and I'm okay with that because I'm looking to get better and better and better. Zane, are you comfortable with where you're at, not only in basketball but in life?
One thing my dad always tells me is to never settle. There's always room to get better. I do like where I'm at, but at the same time I always want to improve every day.
And Hank, too, it just seems like you're full of that same sort of spirit of being on a journey to get better. Are you comfortable where you're at?
You know, no, I'm not. You know, I just want to, you know, do better in life. You know, you can always do, you know, maybe help another person out in public. You know, somebody's, you know, maybe drop something, go pick it up for them. But you know, I don't think there's enough of that in the world. You know, where other people are helping each other, and you know, I think it's one thing. You know, maybe once a month, you know, I do one thing for somebody, or, you know, next time twice a month. And it's always, you know, improve yourself, you know, but also help other people improve.
If I asked your teammates in the 3 sports you play, football, basketball, and baseball,
Yep.
If I asked them to describe you in 1 or 2 words, what would they say?
A leader, and outgoing.
Outgoing. If I asked your teammates to describe Zane Langrehr, or maybe the kids in school, not the teammates, how about kids in the lunchroom, to describe the three-sport athlete Zane Langrehr, what do you think they'd say?
I'd say dedicated and competitive.
Two good words.
My competitive spirit sometimes used to hold me in practice, but that's how we like to keep it. That's how you get better, is constantly being competitive. Every practice feels like a game with us, and just being dedicated. I mean, basketball has been my passion since I was young, and same with Hank. And
well, a lot of athletes, this is advice for younger athletes that sometimes ask me, how do I get better? Well, a lot of athletes show their true colors on Friday nights, on Tuesday nights, on game night. But where are they during practice? Are they busting their tail every practice? And when the lights go out in the gym, are they still working on their skills while others maybe are taking a break? And I think that describes you, doesn't it, Hank?
Yeah, I think that, the grind never stops. You can't just, take a day off because, you're tired. You got to, get up. Maybe it's not go, run a bunch or, lift or shoot or something. Maybe it's, work on your body and, stretching or something, just a little thing. But, you can't ever stop or ever give up because there's always somebody else out there in the gym or something, getting better, that 1% better that, you're taking your day off and you're letting them get better, but you're not getting better yourself.
I've often thought, and I've said this publicly, working games and being the host of the show, that Bangor has those old-fashioned values. That's why they're good in every sport. That's why they're teachable and coachable, and they strive to be good on the court, on the field, off the court, off the field. Here's what Coach Jake Peterson said about you, Hank. You are the heartbeat of the team. A true leader, leading by example. When there's a tough situation, Hank wants the ball. He plays fearlessly and does whatever it takes to make the team better. What's your thought on that quote?
I think I appreciate that. He's right. I do want the ball. And crunch time. I want to go make the play. It's not always points, but it's can I make that pass? Can I get a rebound? Can I get a steal or force a turnover or something?
Yeah, here's what he said about you, Zane. He said, you're a hard worker. You spend a lot of time on your game. Of course, you did that in AAU. I know that. You push your teammates to get better. You have high expectations for yourself and for your teammates, and it seems to be contagious.
Yes. In practice, if I see someone slacking, I'll kind of get on them because, building a winning culture in Bangor means a lot to me, and to be a part of that means a lot as well. So to carry it on, you need the hard work and the practice. It just doesn't come with the game.
Again, Zane Langrehr and Hank Reeder. Well, Zane, three-sport athlete, football, basketball, track, and field. Honor roll, this is for young people, especially honor roll, National Honor Society. Oh, by the way, two-time all-conference in basketball, all-state honorable mention. And, of course, I know your mom and dad real well, but do you ever think about, your sister passed away when you were very young. You ever think about her when you're competing?
Yes. Before every game, I think about her, and my mottos for life's kind of been like, I always go do it for her. I think she passed away when I was in kindergarten, and I think I matured a lot faster for that. And I think I found my passion for basketball sooner than other kids might because of that. When she passed away, I just started focusing on my game because that's kind of my escape, and ever since then I've been addicted to it.
She's probably watching this interview. So, good to hear that. Well, Hank, basketball, football, baseball, all conference 2 years, AB honor roll, student of the month, so student first, athlete second?
Yeah,
Does that
always.
describe you?
Yes, always, for sure.
Describes you too, being on the honor roll.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure your parents, but leadership too. Hank Reeder, 3 years captain's role, certainly much more than going out and talking to the officials before the game. It's picking people up, it's seeing good things, maybe pointing out things that need improvement. And you said in your profile that leadership is leading by example and being vocal.
You can't always just, you can't expect kids to see, everything that you do, Sometimes you have to, tell them, hey, you got to do this. You're doing, you could do this better. You could, fix this, or, you got to tell them sometimes. You can't just always show.
And philosophy of life for Hank Reeder: set goals and accomplish those goals and raise a happy family. Now, all the times we've had people on this show for 11 years, no one has ever in their profile said and raise a happy family. That is awesome.
You just, keep going with life and, always want to have a good time and happy family.
So someday you're going to raise that happy family in the village of Bangor and then watch your kids compete?
Yeah.
Is that what's in the future?
Yep. That's in the
Good
future.
for you. And of course, being a leader like you are, Zane, your leadership is listen. Your motto in terms of being a leader is listen and problem solve, respect others. But here's what's really interesting for somebody as young as you are: have a growth mindset.
Yeah. To be constantly growing, like I said, my dad always told me never settle. And if you can preach that to your team and who you're leading, if your whole team has a growth mindset, there's only one way, and that's up.
Yeah. Well, and you live by this saying: your greatest fear carries you to your largest growth. In other words, your largest growth is based on stepping into the unknown.
Yep.
And taking paths others have not taken, and test the waters and explore.
Exactly. I feel like so many people are held back by fear, not wanting to take a risk at all. For me, my fear was AAU. I just didn't know what I was getting myself into, and once I discovered that, it's a whole new world, and it really brought my game to the next level.
And so, if I asked something people don't know about you, would it be that you're going to spread your wings, maybe unlike your friend Hank Reeder?
Yeah.
And you're going to explore other areas?
Yeah, I'd like to explore, get out a bit, and just see what life is like outside the big city of Bangor.
But living at Bangor has been kind of certainly a gift to you and a gift to the Bangor community. Your hobbies, what do you like to do when you're not studying and not competing?
Bangor is surrounded by a lot of outdoors, and we're so close to the Mississippi, so I love fishing, hunting, and I'll do that quite a bit with Hank as well.
So Hank is an outdoorsman too, huh?
Yeah, yep. Love to hunt and fish all the time.
Yeah, do you have some property that you go on and hunt?
No, mostly just public land.
Okay, what about, did you do some deer hunting this past fall?
No, I didn't have anywhere to deer hunt this year, but I did a lot of duck hunting.
You got too much going on with sports and school and so on, and a part-time job.
Yeah, yep. I was working at Quick Trip. I dropped the job. I got too busy with basketball and school and stuff. So.
And funny though, because your Quick Trip always hires people like you. I'm a Quick Trip fan. I'm in there quite a bit because I like their morning coffee. But they look for character in their employees, and that fits you and your brother.
Yeah, yep, for sure. I think, Luke's been there for 3 or 4 years now, and, I just started working there, and it was, a very great company. I loved working there, loved every, employee and stuff that I worked with. It was a great place.
Defining moments for you as you're about to close and move into the next chapter of your life. Let's kind of go back and give us quickly some defining moments that you think about quite often.
I think about losing. Losing kind of gets to me. I don't like losing. I hate losing. I love to win every opportunity I get. But I think the Blair Taylor game, when we won or lost my sophomore year to them at their place, and that kind of stuck with me all season. Hey, I know we're the better team. We got to come back. And we came back in the playoffs and ended up winning that game.
Defining moments for Zane Langrehr?
So that Blair Taylor game in the playoffs, when we won on the buzzer beater, it was a big triumph for us all. And then we got to state that year and then lost on the buzzer beater. So it just shows you how there's high and lows, and that transfers over to life as well.
What's next as we close this week's show? What's next for Zane Langrehr as you graduate in May?
I'm looking to go to a 4-year college and major in business administration.
Good. And Hank, I told you when I was refereeing a game, I said to Hank Reeder when I'm giving him the ball out of bounds, I said, Hank Reeder, you can play college basketball?
You know, I'm kind of undecided. You know, I'm not sure if I'm going to play yet. You know, I'd love to play, but you know, I think, you know, maybe going to a 2-year school and trying to play some hoops and then, you know, get a good education.
As I look at the schedule, as we close the show, as I look at the schedule, tonight Cashton, then you have Royal. You have 2 tough opponents in your conference that could very well derail you from winning another conference championship. So you have some tough games ahead. Are you 100% tonight against Cashton?
You know, I'm not 100% yet, but, you know, I'm going to still give it a go.
You're going to give it a go. Well,
yeah.
It's been a pleasure having you guys in the show. And one of my, again, one of the gifts I treasure is being able to meet people like Zane, Langrehr, and Hank Reeder. So thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll be back with some film clips of a recent game right after this.
You know, the thing I'm most proud of when I think about our company is the reputation that we've been able to build in this community. Our technicians have done a great job going out and performing magnificent jobs for the customer. And our customers have rewarded us with some really great reviews online.
We have over 150 5-star reviews online right now. Our technicians do a great job out there, and our reviews show it.
We can say without hesitation, when you choose Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll be glad you did.
When you're faced with the decision of selecting a monument to honor someone dear to you, call Lewiston Monuments for a no-obligation consultation. Lewiston Monument is a full-service monument company, serving families in Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin for over 4 generations. You'll find beautiful granite, marble, and bronze memorials, all at competitive prices. Their experts can help you design the perfect and unique memorial. Lewiston Monument. Call today or on the web at lewistonmonument.com.
Well, an exciting game last night at Central High School, and we were there to bring you all of the action. Rick and Art courtside as the Lady Raiders would entertain the Holmen Vikings in a Mississippi Valley Conference game. Low-scoring first half with Central up 12-10 at half. Things picked up in the second half as both teams found their offense. Central down 32-25 midway through the second half before going on a run and scoring 13 unanswered points. They were led by Ava Parcher's 3 straight three-point baskets. Sydney Jarr was a force for the Vikings, scoring 14 of her game-high 20 points after intermission. Jarr's overtime basket and assist to Kelsey Ribel for a wide-open layup with 24 seconds left in overtime provided the winning margin. Ava Parcher led Central with 15 points, a quality win for Holmen, with several players not in uniform. Disappointing for Central, dropping to 3-2 on the season. The 4-5 Vikings are at Onalaska on Thursday, while Central travels to Eau Claire North for a Thursday afternoon game. Final from Central, Holmen 44 in overtime and Central 40. Well, that does it this week here on Seven Rivers Sports. I'm your host, Terry Erickson, hoping that you will have an active and a healthy week ahead.